should mute your mic. Mute your- I don't you don't enter or see am now. No, they will join now on the YouTube channel. If I enter there, I will. Now there I go enter go get your link now. Abeg help me type am now. Okay, hi guys. Good morning, everyone.
Please, if you can hear me, type 111. Let me confirm that you can hear me, please. Please, if you can hear me, type 111. If you can hear me, type 111 to the chat. If you can hear me. Wow, awesome, awesome, awesome. So go ahead and invite
type 111
everyone that
to
you
the
know
chat.
that should be part of this live session. Meanwhile, someone was asking what I think about DXY. So let's start with DXY for today. Yeah, this is DXY. This is DXY. You can see from DXY here. I don't know if you can see my screen, if you can see the screen very well. Okay, I'm starting with DXY because someone asked what I think about DXY. So looking at from DXY from daily perspective, you can see that the DXY was an uptrend, and you can see from this point to this point is an uptrend, and currently on the daily time frame, you broke this trend line, trying to tilt towards the downside. Now let's go back to the 4 hours time frame. 4 hours time frame. Now you can see that the DSY respected the trend line and broke the trend line, and at this point, the DSY tried. This point is like an equal top, double top here, and it couldn't break the last high. So we can see that the trend of DSY is going to change. It's already changing. Some people do call this change of character. Someone is saying the screen is big. So if you can see the screen clearly now, can you type I can see the screen? Let me be sure. It's just type I can see the screen. So all of us will be in the same page. If you can see the screen, type I can see the screen. Okay, awesome, awesome, awesome. Says you can see the screen. So let's continue. Let me start afresh. Now, we are first of all starting to look at the DSY. I believe you all know what the DSY is in the forex market and what it stands to represent. So the DSY, the DSY is dollar index. It's known as the dollar index. So if you are trading currency pair that has to do with dollar, especially currency pair like Euro USD, if you consult the the DSY before taking a trading decision, you will be at an advantage because what the DSY will give you as an information, if you put it in other currency pair that has to do with um, the dollar, you will make an accurate trading decision. So let's go ahead. Now, this is the daily time frame on the DSY, and we can see that on this DSY daily time frame view and perspective, you can see that the DSY, is an uptrend, is on the uptrend, and now at this level it broke this line coming down, and if you go to 4 hour time frame, if you go to 4 hours time frame, now you can see that this last high was not taken out by the previous by this other high. So the last high, the previous high was not taken out. So it should tell you that the trend is already changing because first it has broken this trend line. It did not continue to make another higher high as it should to represent that it's an uptrend that is ongoing. So it's now brought this trend line to the downside and it's rallied up, and you see that it did not take out this other line, this other high. So the trend is already shifting. It's already changing character to the downside. Now this is on 4 hours time frame. Now let's go over to 1 hour time frame. You can see what the DSY is doing. You can see what the DSY is doing. The DSY is trying to change character to the downside. And in 15 minutes, you see this wave that is, let me view so you can see. So this is what the DSY is doing. You see that, let me plot the line there. This line, this high was not taken out. So at this other high that is coming behind after it did not take out the previous high. So it should inform you that the trend for DSY is shifting to the downside. So every trend you should be looking out on DSY for trend decision should be a downtrend movement, should be selling. So that means that if DSY is selling, that should inform you that currency pair like USD, Euro USD should be buying. And if you check the chart for Euro USD, I can tell you I've not looked at it before, but the chart will just be representing in opposite direction what the DSY is doing. So look at it. Let's check from the daily time frame I started on with. So you can see that this is Euro USD, an exact like an opposite to what the DSY was doing. Now let's go over to 4 hours time frame. In 4 hours time frame, you see that it has broken this trend line, trying to retest it to keep pushing up. So on the DSY, it was pushing down. So this Euro USD, look at it has broken this trend line. This high took out the other high, and it has broken this trend line on this region, trying to retest it back so that it will start rallying up. The DSY was rallying down. So this Euro USD, see what is likely to do here. See what this Euro USD is likely to do here. So that's that. So this is live trading session. Someone type the currency pair we want us to look at so that you can see if we have a trading opportunity there. Type the currency pair of your choice. Type the currency pair of your choice. So someone should pick a currency pair. Someone is saying GDP USD. Okay. Okay, I'm starting looking at GDP USD from daily time frame. So for me, this is my screen. I don't like putting these levels because it works with me very well. Yeah, so we can all understand. Okay, this is GDP USD on daily time frame. So if you look at the daily time frame, let me shrink so you can all see. So see what they use the daily 4 hours time frame to confirm the trend. Then use 1 hour time frame to look at what the chart pattern looks like. Then we'll go back to 15 minutes to see if we have a good entry so that we can pick a trend. So this is daily time frame. We just use the daily time frame to see the overall overview of what the market is doing. So let's go back to 4 hours time frame. So on 4 hours time frame, we see that this the trend for GDP USD is downward. The trend for GDP USD is downtrend. Is downtrend. And if you look at here on the 4 hours time frame, GDP USD is respecting these trend lines. So if you were taking a trend on GDP USD yesterday, we made money on GDP USD. It was fine because this trend line GDP USD was actively respecting this trend line. So now we see that the position we should be looking at to take on this pair should be a short position. That's for GDP USD. Should be a short position. Let's go back to 1 hour time frame to see if our bias is still accurate. Let's go back to this 1 hour time frame. This 1 hour time frame. So are you still with me? If someone is saying GK, we'll come to that. This 1 hour time frame. So the position we should be looking at is a short position. Okay, my screen has stabilized. Okay, so this is the 1 hour time frame. We are at this 1 hour time frame. So for meanwhile, our overall bias on GDP USD is for sale. Is for sale because the trend is downward. Is for sale. So what we are currently looking out for is to see if we have a possible entry on GDP USD. So now let's go back to 15 minutes time frame. Let's go back to 15 minutes time frame. So it's 1 hour. Let me do some markups on the 1 hour time frame. So we are doing this thing together. So from the analysis and what you see on the bed, I want to get feedback to be sure that we all are following. So what's our bias on GDP USD and what do you think we should be looking out for here? Our bias here is sell. So let me get response so I can know that we all are in the same page. So if you agree with me that we should be looking out for a sell, identify. If you are not of the opinion, I want to see your comments. Let me see your comments in the comment section. Yes, yes, yes. Let me confirm that we are on the same page. Let me confirm that we are on the same page. So you know that when you come to the market, you should just be open and flexible. Just in case you don't see any setup or an entry, you can just decide to walk away. It's not a must that when you open your chart, you must activate the thread. It's not a must. So when you open your chart and you don't see a position you don't see a thread to take, then you can walk away. Our boss used to tell us that even not threading is also threading. So you should know at what point you know that this thread is not right. And one thing you have to understand too is that your bias can be right. Your bias can be right whether by yourself. But the time you are entering the market, is it right? So just give me a moment. Ensure network is really messing us up here. So just give me a second. So just a second. That one keeps striking me out. Our dear Nigerian network. You just be patient. We will end back.
Right back.
Yes. Okay. think it's good now. Okay, so let's just continue. Okay, so sorry about that. Our network have been so just focus on the screen. I don't think my face is that important. What we want to get here is from the market, not my face. So just see the full screen. So this GDP USD, what we are looking for is is sell, is sell. So but then you cannot conclusively say what the market will do per time. So you just look at price action to speculate what the next possible move will look like. So this movement on GDP USD is looking like a stop sell, at least to this point on the trend line. Let me measure and see what is giving me. So we know if it's a trend that we should enter. So let's see if it's a trend that we use. So this is like a scalping cell. Let's check. So 55 to this point. So if you want to still go in, it's just going to be scalping cell on GDP USD. On GDP USD, it's going to be a scalping cell on GDP USD. So you can, if you want to take the trend, you can do 20 pips stop loss. At least if you can give you 1:2, then that's fair. Risking one to make two. Risking one to make two. So so that's for GDP USD. Is GDP USD is currently sitting for a stop sell. It's currently sitting for a sell now. So if you want to, you can take the position. That's if you want to start GDP USD. Do 20 pips stop loss. Let your TP be 40 pips. So let's see. Now let's go back to GDP JPY as someone demanded. GDP JPY. I like starting my analysis from daily time frame to understand the general overview of the markets. So now we can see that from GDP JPY on daily time frame is an uptrend movement. GDP JPY is on the uptrend, and you can see here that is currently sitting on a very on a key level here. GDP JPY, GJ is currently at this zone. It's currently sitting at this resistance zone from quality supply zone. It's currently at this zone. So let's go over to 4 hours time frame. Let's go back to 4 hours time frame. We are on the 4 hours time frame. We are on the 4 hours time frame. So this is the level this is the zone that GJ is at now. My bias on this GDP JPY is that if you look at this trend, you can see that it have been on a very long buy. It have been on a very long buy. So I'm expecting a retracement move. A retracement move. That's just for the moment. I'm expecting a retracement move. So we can plug in GJ for SL. So the retracement move will tell us if actually the direction of GDP JPY is changing to the downside. If the direction is changing to the downside. So, but what we should be looking at is the retracement move on GDP JPY. So then from there we can ascertain if the direction of the market is shifting to the downside. I'm trying to see if we can get a possible entry on GDP JPY. Let me go back to 1 hour time frame. 4 hours time frame. Let's ascertain if we can see a possible entry. So I'm actually expecting GJ to pull back. So if it pulls back, you know that as when it's pulled back, you can now begin to see if the trend is shifting to the downside, because if you look at here, it have been buying, it have been buying, it have been buying, it have been buying, and it's currently at a level. Look at the level here. So we are trying to get our possible entry. See the level for GDP JPY, GJ. I have a bearish perspective now for, I'm looking at a retracement on GDP JPY. So it may likely keep going up, or the trend is going to change to the downside. But I think we should still keep an eye on GJ to see the confirmation of the trend. To see the confirmation of the trend. So my bias here on GDP JPY is downtrend. Is downtrend. See why my bias on GDP JPY currently is downtrend. It have been buying and it have gotten to this key level here. It have gotten to this key level. So it is retracement that is likely going to make at this point. And if you look at here, can see something like a double top on this 4 hours time frame. On this 4 hours time frame. So I'm expecting GJ to sell. To sell. Let me see if we can still enter for a sell on GDP JPY. It's not right for a sell at this point. I've already moved like 20 pips. Let's see. Let's see if there should be unless we are going to expand our stop loss to like we use like 30 pip stop loss. Let me see the position of the pair if we use stop loss of 30 pips. Let's see if it will be a good trade. Let's see if it will be a good trade. Let's see if it will be a good trade. Let's see if it will be a good trade. Okay. Let's short GDP JPY. Let's enter for DJ for sell. So someone is asking, what if GJ didn't pull back? Can we anticipate for a buy? Okay. Now looking at 4 hours time frame, you see that GDP JPY have been on an accurate uptrend. It's looking like it have already overbought on 4 hours time frame. So at this point, it's now looking at it's like a key level. So what we are expecting now is for it to retrace a bit. For it to retrace a bit, then we will see that if the retracement will lead to a downtrend movement. But if it does not, GDP can still retrace and keep buying and keep buying. The possibility lies that it will keep buying. The possibility also lies that it will change direction. Looking at daily time frame, see when you analyzing your chart, let's say you are on 15 minutes time frame and it's not very clear to you, you go back to the higher time frame and see the market more clearly. See what the Fed is doing on this on daily time frame is just rallying up. It's not as though if you take some sell position at some point, you will not make money. But what I'm trying to establish here is that there is more buy. There is more buy on the Fed when you look at it on this daily time frame perspective. So look at the last key level is there and GDP USD. Let me put this at the week so that it has gotten to this key level here. It has gotten to this level. So we are looking at to see what price action will do so that we can react to it. So for then, see this 4 hours time frame. This 4 hours time frame, I'm expecting a pullback. So we can catch the pullback and make money. I'm expecting a pullback on GDP JPY at least 100 pips down. Then, so if you can, let's enter for a sell GDP JPY. Let's enter for example GDP. I'm I'm entering. Entering for example on GDP. So we can just do 1:2. This means 30 pips to make 60 pips. This means 30 pips to make 60 pips. So we can pick a trade on GDP for short. GDP is quite volatile. Short position. I'm entering. Just give me a second. Let me enter the trade. So this is live trading. So calculate your position. This appropriately. This appropriately. Don't over leverage. Do your position size calculating well. Calculate your position. Then let's enter for Excel on GDP. Sell on GDP. Do your position size well. Sell on GDP. I've activated my own sell. GDP. Stop loss at 30 pips stop loss is what we are doing for GDP 30 pips stop loss. So at the point you enter the market, our stop loss level is 174.51. 174.51. That's our stop loss, 30 pips. Stop loss 30 pips. 174.51. 174.51. So put your stop loss 174.51. 174.51. 174.51. So let's see what happens out of the trade. Remember, don't over leverage. Don't over leverage. Good traders will tell you you should have a plan just in case your plan doesn't work out. So you don't risk your entire account on one trade. If you are in the habit of doing that, you may not last very long in the market because one day you may enter and your name will be Brother Bernard. Okay, so someone should drop another verse so that we will look at it. So we are looking at time. This exercise is meant to last for 1 hour. It's meant to last for 1 hour. So Somebody should drop another pen. So let's look at it. We've taken a trend on GDP, JPY collectively. Meanwhile, we were on bearish perspectives on GDP USD. I told people that want to scalp on the sell, let them go ahead. So on GDP USD, GDP JPY, we are currently on a sell position for the bet. So somebody should drop another bet. Let's look at it. Okay. Someone said it's already on DJ buy. So it's possible. It's possible. It depends on at what point to enter the market. So that is also a factor to consider. You may enter at a point whereby you entered and it was buying. So it can get to a point whereby it will start selling. So these are the possibilities that lie in the market. So, however, one person will be correct. This is the market. So it's not tied to 100% accuracy to anyone's opinions and perspective view on the market. So the market will do whatever it wants to do. But then our speculation, our analysis as traders is what we are meant to do. So when we speculate and analyze the chart, we take a position. Whatever the market we want to do, we do. So that's why risk management is very important and paramount. So let's go over to another pair. Let's move on to another pair. I'm seeing USD card. Let's go to USD card. USD card. USD card. USD card. USD card. No, no, no. USD card. USD. USD card. USD card. USD card. USD card. USD card. Let's pick USD card. USD card. No, no, no. This one is AUD USD. I'm on a buy on AUD USD. So USD card, USD card, USD card, USD card. Not even on my watch list. Okay, let me put it on my watch list. USD card. Request on USD card. Okay. Request on USD card. Okay. Sorry, don't give me a minute. USD card. USD card. United States. Yes, USD card. Okay. The pen is not even on my watch list. Okay, so let's do our analysis on USD card. Let's see what we will get out of USD card. Now, we start our analysis from daily time frame because we are intraday traders to get the overall view and structure of the market. Now, this is USD card on a daily time frame. USD card on a daily time frame. So, on this daily time frame, you can see what the market is doing. This level should be marked. Now, you can see that look at what this market is doing. I believe you can see my screen very well. USD card. So these are levels that should be noted. Now this is daily time frame. On this daily time frame, we've seen what the market is playing out here. Just within this range. Within this range here. So, but then in this range lies a whole lot of money. In this range lies a whole lot of money because when we drive down to the normal time frame, you can now take a position and 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 make the money. Now, this range, what I was trying to tell us is that what you are seeing in this range, when you take a side that you are meant to take, even in this range, a lot of fish is lying down here. So you don't, because it is in this range on a daily time frame, you just back out of the market. So this is like 300 pips and USD card. Let's go back to the 4 hours time frame. 4 hours time frame. We are on the 4 hours time frame. See the 4 hours time frame. If you look well, you see that the 4 hours time frame is bouncing at this level. It's bouncing at this level. So my bias on this USD card will be for a buy. But we are going to check to see if we will get an accurate confirmation so that we will initiate a buy order. This is sitting on a very good demand zone. Sitting on a demand zone. So let's drive down to a lower time frame so that we can see if we will have a possible entry for USD card. Now this is 4 hours time frame. You see what the market is doing. It started from this region and got to this zone. It tested it again, giving like a double top, then rallied down, rallied all the way down. So what we are going to be looking at here is for a buy. So what we want to confirm from the lower time frame is to get our possible entry for the buy on USD card. So it is the entry we are looking for on USD cards. So someone said he's thinking buy too. Yes. Someone is asking, is the news going to affect USD bet today that much? So we'll look at that. Let me just finish up with this analysis, then I will answer the question. Now, we'll drive down to 1 hour time frame. 1 hour time frame. So in 1 hour time frame, what we are looking at here is chart pattern. What is the pattern we are seeing on the market, on the chart? That's what we are looking out for. And now I'm already seeing a candlestick that is forming a bullish engulfing candle. Bullish engulfing. So, and this is 1 hour time frame, and it's remaining 5 minutes for the candle to close. So since we already established that the position and the side will be taken for USD card will be a buy order. So we should just patiently wait for us to confirm what will become of this candle after the 1 hour candle. After it's closing as 1 hour candle. So it's remaining like 5 minutes or thereabouts for this candle to close. So when the candle closes, you can ascertain that if this thing is actually a bullish engulfing candle, then from there you can know that it has given us a confirmation to activate a buy order. So one thing you have to also understand as a forex trader is that you can have the right bias on the market, but the time you enter the market may just be wrong. That's why sometimes traders will say, yes, so I was right, but it came as flat my stop loss and went in my direction. So, but then this one, we just wait for this 1 hour candle to close so that we can know with precision what this candle is trying to infer. So, but then our buyers have already been established for a buy position. Let's go down to 15 minutes time frame. We already have the bias of buy for USD cash. So you can prepare your positions. Let's prepare our positions to take a buy on the Fed. We are going in for a buy on USD cash. So on 15 minutes time frame, you use it to on a lower time frame, you can maybe scalping or intraday trading. On lower time frame, you use it to determine your stop loss level. Then you use the higher time frame to get your take profit. So I'm seeing a very long week here. I'm seeing a very long week here. So normally our stop loss should have been below this week. Below this week here. So let me see what is the stop loss range below this week. I'm seeing 30 pips. I'm seeing 30 pips. So we can do 30 pips to cover for this trend. So on the lower time frame, we use it to determine our stop loss. So if you can look at this screen well, you see that there is a very long rejection week candle at this place. So your stop loss should be behind or after the candle. So let's go back to 1 hour time frame to look at the region or to place our take profit. So meanwhile, our bias is uptrend. Remaining 2 minutes for the candle to close. Look at what the candle is doing. That's why it's very important when you are looking for a position, when you want to take a position and it's time or the candle closing time is there. Just wait for the candle to close so that it can give you an accurate information on the decision you are going to take. So our time is already past tense. Our time is already past tense. Someone is also saying that I'm sorry, our time only permits for 1 hour. So our time only permits for a 1 hour. Well, this is supposed to be a 1 hour exercise. So but then we'll try to look at it just to show you or to do the analysis together. So I confirm that this is a bullish engulfing. So we are going to enter a buy. We are going to enter a buy. We are going to enter a buy order. So calculate your positions. Calculate your positions. Calculate your positions. Buy on USD card. Buy on USD card. We are going with 30 pips. USD card. USD card. Buy. USD card. Buy. USD card. Buy. Okay. Let's just briefly look at AUD as demanded by someone here. Okay, so our time is already up. This is 11. So this exercise is meant to last for 1 hour. It's meant to last for 1 hour. So we'll be doing this every single Thursday in the week. Just come to this YouTube channel. Just come and take live with us. just come and trade life with us. So for our students, anyone can be handling it. So it's not like it's for any superstar trader. So if you are doing good, if what you are teaching in the academy, you are getting results in it. Of course, a lot of persons who are part of the academy cannot do this on their own, are not making good amounts of money, making the market consistently. So this is what we do here at the Legal Academy. So if you want to become a member of the academy, if you want to join the academy, you can just reach out to us, whether here on YouTube, you will see a link around this video, around this channel, or just check us out on the Instagram and you can always be part of the team. So if you check us out, please do well to give us a follow. So we'll be coming to the end of this exercise for the day. Please, if the currency pair you asked for us to look at is not we didn't look at it, please I plead with you to just bear with us. This exercise is meant to be just for 1 hour. So let me attend to this question before we call it a wrap for the day. Now, someone was asking, is the news going to affect USD pair today that much? First of all, we need to ascertain what kind of news that would be. So if you look at your forex pattern, you can see the description of the news. Let's just check forest pattern. This will be the last forest pattern calendar. Forest pattern calendar. So the trend we've taken already, I believe it will play out well. It plays out well. We enjoy the money. We enjoy it. So if you want to come and show us love, that's on the lighter note. You are welcome. So today is Thursday. The news on the USD pair. Okay. Unemployment climate. So now, for you to understand this forest factory calendar, now this yellow color shows that the news that will be released is not a high impact news. So it is 1 star, is a low impact news. Then this other orange color shows is a medium impact. Is not going to be is not going to be a news that wouldn't have an impact in the market. May just be small. Then this one, this red, will be a very high impact news. But then some high impact news plays out more than the other. So you can see a news like NFC, FOMC, CPI. These are high, let me call it a heavyweight high impact news. So for this one, unemployment claims, it may affect the currency pair, but to the degree of how it will affect the currency pair is what we cannot say for certainty. You can see from what the forex factory calendar is telling us that this is tagged and high impact news. This is tagged and high impact news. So it will affect the currency pair, but to the degree of how it will affect the pair is what you cannot say. But it is a high impact news. So it may have a spike on the currency pair USD. So the spike will be seen. The spike will be seen, but I'm not sure that this news will have the volume and magnitude of news like NFP or CPI news, FOMC. So this is just unemployment claim. So here it is. I'm just telling you that it is tagged here a high impact news, but then to the degree of how it will affect the currency, you no stage. But just know that it will have an impact on the USD there. So I think this is the way, this is the place to be calling it for the round today. So this is the place to be calling it for the round. Everyone that joined the live training session, we are glad you are here. We are glad that you joined. We are glad that you joined. Let's look at the bed, the thread on DJ. Let's look at what is happening on the bed before the bodies around. Let's see. So the thread is currently running. So it's currently running. So but then we have to give our thread the time to play out. So still leave your order. It's just the trend is trying to play out. So let's just hope to see the best out of this trend. I'm strongly of a bearish perspective on this trend. So thank you once more, everyone that joined for this live training session. We are glad that you are doing this thing with us. So come next Thursday. Next Thursday, we'll be doing another live session. And I hope by the grace of God that this time we took today will all end in profit. So next Thursday is another time. Just look out for this on this channel. Just look out for this from Trade Academy. So if you want to become a member of the community, so just feel free to reach out to us via our handle. We'll take it up from there. So thank you everyone that joined this live training session. Thank you everyone. Peace out. So the live session is ending.